Hello, Ron Mainse here, and yes, stay in touch. And we've been having a lot of people stay in touch over the last 10 100 Huntley Street programs as we were in our very special membership drive for the spring. And you probably saw us if you watched any of those programs, read a lot of these yellow forms from people who are responding from right across the country and saying some thank yous. And we had a goal that we gave right at the beginning. The first day we said we want to see 5,000 responses. And let's see how close we got so far. 4,708. My goodness, we're almost there. And I think we can get that over the top. In fact, we've extended the offer of the book 66 Love Letters through the rest of this week for you, for those who maybe are the procrastinators that didn't quite get in at the end of last week, but we'll let you continue on with your support, with your, whether it's a monthly pledge, a monthly increase, a special gift. Your call can still be made. In a moment, we'll put up that information for you, the toll-free number, in just a moment. But yeah, we're hearing from right across the country. These I picked up from over the weekend. Northwest Territories, Etobicoke, Ontario, Terrebonne, Quebec, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Vermilion, Alberta, Five Islands, Nova Scotia, Ottawa, Calgary, Pickering, Ontario, Mississauga, Lethbridge, Alberta, and so many have responded. I want to say thank you so much because you RSVP'd to this invitation that we put out for the last 2 weeks, and your help makes it all possible for what we do daily and nightly on 100 Huntley Street. And not only on 100 Huntley Street, but online now with 100huntley.com. Just before I show you online, I got an email from Lynn from Alberta just before we began our membership drive, and she wrote this: "I'm thrilled every night as I watch your show and was very sorry that I would be away next week and miss some interviews with Dr. Larry Crabb. You showed me how to look all of them up when I get home on the internet. Not only that, but I can show my friends in Vernon, BC how to go on the internet and find your show also, just in case they don't get it there. I know they do get it there in Vernon, BC on Global. You can watch 100 Huntley Street, but also online, as Lynn is saying here. It is just this year that I found your TV show," Lynn says. "I have heard about it for years, but never had the time to watch it in the daytime, but now I find you on at 9 p.m. when I can sit down and watch." So she's obviously watching the CTS there in Alberta. And I have found it so inspiring. And she goes on to share some prayer needs also that we got back to her about. But she didn't give her age, but she did mention she's been married for 49 years. And so you know that's a senior who knows how to surf the internet, which is great. And more Canadians are doing that. So here is our homepage with 100huntley.com. And I want to remind you, just like I did for Lynn before we even started, how you can watch these interviews online. So if you go to this homepage, you'll see the most recent videos that are posted, and so later today you will see the interviews that were on 100 Huntley Street today posted online. But if you go, let's say you want looking for the Dr. Larry Crabb interviews, you can just type in his last name. Let's see, I'll put C-R-A-B-B. I know there's 2 B's in Crabb, and I'll hit enter, and up comes the search. And you'll see here down the left, you can see all the various interviews Jim Canlon, Dr. Larry Crabb had. And if you click on one of those, you can get right into it. And let's just play maybe 30 seconds of this.
Yes, the Christians can be so engaged in church, so upfront about their faith and so happy in Jesus, and at the same time be biblically illiterate.
We've come to view the Bible as kind of a cheerleading manual, and not a whole lot more maybe than practical tips for living, as opposed to seeing that the Bible is an incredible love story. It's a love story that begins with a divorce in Genesis 3, and then from that chapter to Revelation 22, it's a story of how our incredible lover woos us back to himself. And if we haven't captured the idea that every love letter, all 66, are telling this incredible love story that Hollywood can never match, no secular writer, no Christian writer can ever match, only God can tell the story. If we fail to understand that the Bible is telling an incredible love story, then we're going to look to the Bible simply as some practical tips for living, some interesting Old Testament stories for Sunday school, and a couple doctrinal points that we should know, and the rest is the scholars to worry about in seminaries.
Well, you know, it's
And so that continues on, and you can watch all 20 of these interviews Jim Candelon had with Dr. Crabb, and maybe perhaps the ones that are particularly poignant you might want to send to a friend, and you can easily do that. There's a button below the video screen. It says share, and then you can click on that. You can click an email. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it in a variety of forums, or you can just type in someone's email and send it right off to that friend. So I want you to know and be reminded, and every once in a while I do that here on 100 Huntley Street, to remind you it's available, and it's a powerful tool. You can become a broadcaster in your own right by sending out some great content to friends, to family, to loved ones. And so I did mention that we are going to extend this book offer, and it's still available. So many people have responded. It's not too late. Let's have the information come up for you. And there's a toll-free number that you can call, 1-888-288-0003. You can make your best ministry gift. If you want to make a monthly pledge, those are so important, or a monthly increase. You can go online, just make the secure online donation at crossroads.ca. Or you can write to us, make checks payable to Crossroads, and write to Box 5100, Burlington, Ontario, L7R 4M2. And so thank you so much for responding. And what I didn't show you online, that below each video that you watch on 100huntley.com is our prayer line. You see it here on 100 Huntley Street from time to time. You see it come up on the screen. But that's the toll-free line that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right around the clock, right around the whole year. And so that's made possible because of your giving. But I also remind you that that's there. If perhaps you have a prayer need, you can call, you can talk to someone, and we'd love to share with you and pray with you, most importantly. And so thanks for staying in touch. God bless you, and you can keep those phones ringing.
Now there are even more ways to join the 100 Huntley Street online community. We'd love to hear from you, so stay in touch with us.